on here. Looking around here. It's Wednesday today, the 8th of April 2015. Just catch up with everything going on here at the present time. People are starting to wait for me to see where I'm going. I've wrapped everything up with Tim DUTHIE, the policeman that's in my road. Okay, so I'm just saying that a bit like that. Okay, I'm just saying that I'll be going back up to the police station today in Auckland Central, and I think there's something going on in there with the police. They've got a problem with Tim DUTHIE. I see my video's gone off, the one with him acting the goat on video. So I'll just put it back on again. I'm not finished with this yet. Beg your pardon. So I'm comfortable about how I'm doing things. So I just want to wrap it up. You'll see I put some documents there last night on the police, New Zealand Police Complaints Authority, or the New Zealand Police Conduct Authority, which they don't really fix the problem, but I put it online. I've filled their complaint out, because I have a complaint now to put into the police station today. So I'm just preparing myself. It's 6:45 a.m. on Wednesday, and I've just been up since about 4 to check. I always check the news of the world first, and you'll see me dropping a few posts of things I like, animals and people and kids and all those sort of things are my interests that I share with you. Not so much politics, but the politics and the law is in my road to make progress on the projects we should be doing. Now the Crown and the corporate companies are really playing up in the police force. You can see the amount of complaints against the police is not a good image. So I'm going up today to see Sergeant Sergeant Dennis Colverwell, and see if I can get him to come up with me to go and take the block. I'm not going to muck around now. I just need a policeman or constable to come up, because it's a complaint. There's been a complaint lodged, and I have my case against them that they're supposed to be defending, but they're putting up a policeman. This is the best the landowners can do, and their lawyers that's supposed to be representing them with that land. You see, they're standing in the shadow, in the dark, and they're putting up the public to go and battle in front of them. Those are the conniving people that are running their scam business inside that land block. Okay, that's what I want to root out and get rid of them, because I have a lot of plans for that building, for that site, and that University of Technology building on Merrill Drive. That one, my brother and I, Sam, put it together and built that out of the ground. It was a difficult job on a curve, but however we managed to do it. See, so it took a lot to do that. And he was on the Parliament buildings on the earthquake construction underneath. You see, so we had that one with him, and I was doing importing noodles for his accountant from Malaysia. Okay, Andrew Koo, accountant for the company, for his company, for my brother's company. So that brother had that company. I want to tell you, Tim, You ran me down and saying, oh, you know, what are you going to build there? What are you going to build there? You don't even know me. Hey? Don't judge me before you know what I do for the good of people instead of off the cuff, at the whim. Your attitude towards me is not that great. Okay? You're not a very good image for the police. That's why on YouTube I'm looking around for that video with you idiot face in it. It's been removed without telling me. So I'll just make another one. I'll just keep plugging them out, the videos out, because I know people have got copies of them, and I'll just go to the other video places to make them. You see how conniving the Americans are? They're the worst people. I can say that. They're the worst people in the world running rife with the Queen. It is the Queen that you swear your oath to, Tim, right? And she's the biggest crook in the world. That's how I can say that, because I'm going to hang her when I get to England with the law, King William's law, right? Anyway, I'll go back to these building things, like you said to me on my video. You said, oh, you know, you and those other cheeky policemen on the motorbikes, saying, oh, what do you think? What are you going to think you're going to build over there, Mr. Wanoa? You see, you don't know my brothers have been in the coach business, on the big tour bus coaches, and I was in that too. I was in Newman's in that business, the coaches and the rental cars. You see, in my years of mechanics, I flew aircraft around the damn place, and I knew a lot about forestry in Takaroa. In that industry that I was with, and with the oil rigs on the east coast, drilling for oil. Okay, so I've been around. That's why I know a thing or two about what I do. It's you just landed here, a park here, and think you can run the place. No, not really. Your law is going to be changed before long, because it's no good for us. It's no good for the people. It's no good for the public. And that's what it looks like now. It looks like you're running a big scam in there, and it is a scam. You are running a big scam in there, okay? That's all I can say. And it's going to be found out if anybody... it's no use going to your police complaints authority, because they don't do anything to fix it. They'll just slap you on the wrist and away you go again, just like Aaron Pascoe. Right? You just shift you. Look at him now. Where the hell is he now? He's gone in my face. He's not in my face, in this area. In this area of jurisdiction. Tim, you don't know fuck all about this jurisdiction area of Admiralty and Maritime business. Okay? You haven't been here long enough to know what is going on, even with the iwi Maoris. They're rife in fraud too. Okay? I'm going to name all of you and put you in the court in London. I don't have to go there. I just plug them over the phone, straight to there, and the 2-hour case, and it's all over. It's all over. I don't like wasting time in courts. It's a waste of time, and you make money out of it. That's what. Anyway, back to this building thing. I'm saying, building that project and the projects on the East Coast, just to plan, just all those plans I put, took a long time to put them together, because I was reading all the plans for Mainsville, right, in the high rise, and I can see which buildings are best to put on that block, right, and Simon Rowntree and Jame Brown got no idea. They're not builders. They're not even property developers, right? And that property, you fellas don't know stuff all about properties or what's going on in there, but just to ride around on police bikes and push yourselves, you know, and go and arrest people to make money out of them. Okay, that's all you're doing. You're there for your own business. That's what I'm pointing out here. When I go and see Dennis, Sergeant Dennis Colverwell, I'm expecting him to come down and address my complaint that there is a fraud in there. My complaint is this, Tim. You, Tim Duthie, are a fraudster, and you conspired with the landowners, Simon Rowntree and James Brown, and your land conveyancing lawyers, to hide this fraud land mortgage, bank mortgage, away from the public, and just think you can just push me out of the way like that, off the land. No, you didn't. You just told me to go, and I go, and I carry on. I'll carry on in my business of uncovering fraud, investigating you. Okay, so I know where you stand with your job. You only got a job, and it's a job. You could be sacked tomorrow. I'm still going to be here, Tim. I look after these lands, okay? It's my ancestors' lands that you're standing on. And that's all there is. Where the hell did you come from? Hey? You came here on a fraud law. That's all I can say. That law that you came here from on lands, all those land titles, the whole lot of them, are in the same pattern of Ponzi, right? Ponzi, fiat money system that's collapsing around your bloody ears in American dollars. Okay? And the Queen, that's who you swear to. You swear your oath to the Queen. And I'm going there to take her out of my trust, my chief's trust, the Queen Victoria Trust. Okay? She's gone and stolen it, just like how I'm telling you, Tim. She stole it like a thief like you are. I'm calling you a thief now, because that's what you're doing with this land block. You're trying to thief it off me. Hey? With those two boys. And James, you were nice up to a point where you turned the other way. You thought I was nothing. Eh? The difference between me and you, James, is that you've got a fraud law operating in your business. Eh? You've got a fraud law operating your business, and you're covering it up with the lawyer. This is what's supposed to happen with anyone who threatens any landowner. They go to their lawyer. And that's how I'm supposed to get a letter from your lawyer to tell me to back off. Well, no, you did this. You got a policeman, because your lawyers are thick in the fraud. I'm accusing you. Now, Tim, I'm putting an affidavit. It's online now on Facebook. Okay, on that picture of you, all you guys there. You can't take it off because it's in the High Court of Admiralty in London. That case, it's strung together. You can't break it. It's strung together from one fraud to the other, to the lot. And all the people right back on my site in Google, I told you to go and have a look at Google. And I bet you would have had a look at how much stuff there is against you plugged in court. Okay? I just tell you again, Rogans are my judge's family, where I'm going to in England. Not Britain, England. I'm going to England to put this flag up and save England. You see, I'm going to save England because you dumbwits should be putting this flag up, not any other flag you're trying to dream of, like the Mana party flag. This Maori flag, yeah? The Maori and you is the same beast. That is your invention, okay? That's why there's Moai, because it splits off a real native at the time you came here. Okay? Just at 1840, not any earlier. And so, I said to you, I cite you. This is all about you today, Tim, because I'm coming in there to see you. And this way, I use the law effectively, this way, because I am the law in this land, okay? I am the law in this land, Tim. Whatever I say you can't refute, you just can't. It stands as the law. So far, no one, not even iwi, has refuted anything I say. And you're not going to brush this one under the carpet. And those low guys in there, they know where the truth lies. There's no need to go to court, because I've already got it locked up in the High Court in London. And there are such things as 2-hour court hearings. Right? They can tell straight away. And this affidavit, Tim, is that 2-hour case. Okay? It's that 2-hour case. So you have to answer it. You have to refute. I'm saying that you are a fraudster. You're an accessory to the fraud, Doug Rickard Bell, and now James Brown, and Simon Rowntree, and Debbie Those three are fraudsters. Period. Okay? Now you're beside them. Your photos are right there, stuck there to the bill. Okay? You're stuck to the bill. A policeman and the landowners are stuck in the mortgage fraud. Right? You have corrupted the laws of New Zealand. Okay? Worst of all, you have corrupted the British law. The British UK government law, not the Crown. We're taking the Crown right out. You and your Crown days are over. When I go there, it's going. Okay, that's what Nicola Sturgeon is doing now. Plugging out all the mongrels in there and they're running. 95 of them going, Tim, just like your lot. You're going to run soon. You won't get far because someone will come and get you. Okay? You're going to pay that bill. All of you, going to pay that bill. So, Tim, 1, I'm having you up for even treason. I'm having you up for fraud and corruption. I'm having you up for mortgage fraud. I'm having you up for police fraud in your business. Okay, that you're conducting separate from the front office where Tony Gallanise is. You're at the back where the crooks are. I'm going to bust you up right open now with this complaint that you and Debbie put together. You started the complaint off. Now I'll finish it. Okay? I've just learnt how to do things this way. Right? Right. I'll have you up for perverting the cause of justice. Right? These are all the things I've got on the video. I'm accusing you. I'm accusing you of breaking the law of Admiralty and mortgages by coming in a third party. I'm having you up for third party because third party in a contract. There's a commercial contract you've broken into. Now that alone, he'll have you strung up. Okay, and I accuse you of using my camera to make your ad of your trespass notice, your own trespass notice, without authority. Okay? Without authority for me to let you say that on my video. Okay? You offended me by doing that. You offended me, Tim, personally and professionally, by posing for the police. You posed for the police, for the record. You. Okay? You did that. And that's my complaint too. My complaint against you is various and serious. Right? And I'm accusing you of no sovereignty. You have no sovereignty to be standing there in front of me in a police uniform on that land. That is mine and my chief's. Okay? I'm accusing you of assisting and aiding and abetting fraudsters operating in that land block. Okay? Right back to Jame Peters, right back to the council and the government and the Governor General who sold that land in the first place. The Crown British UK land in the first place. Back to the Queen. She's in the fraud too. All of you are in the fraud right to the Queen that you swear oath to. So you're locked to the Queen. And that's why I'm going to England for, to arrest her. Okay? Watch what happens when I get there. And Tim, yes, I am a monarch, Wanoa monarch, to East Island and Raiatea. Taputapu Ate Marae in Raiatea, Tahiti. They came here and found the sun on my land block at the East Coast. That's a real story, not a myth. Not a fished up story out of the sea. That's a real story with a memorial stuck there, the moai, that your queen, your white-skinned Queen Victoria, picked up my moai, pulled it out of the ground. Right? God said, put it in the ground because I want a face for myself. and they buried it right into the ground. What your white-skinned people did, you offensive people, pulled it out of the ground, then took it back to England. Why did you do that, Tim? Why did your white-skinned people with no brains pick my brainy Moai statue up out of the ground, the dirt earth there, and took that earth dirt over there? Why? That's the theft piece of you and your culture. You're good at stealing. That's what you're doing with this land, stealing it. Okay? You're stealing it by using your law that was made for pirates. This is a pirate's flag, Tim. It's for arresting you pirates and hanging you. This is what this flag is for. It's a war flag. It's a declaration of war flag. Right? It's a declaration of independence flag. It's a self-government flag. It's the law flag. Okay? That's what it is, Tim. I just want to give you a lesson before they lock you. Now, I want you locked up. I want Sergeant Dennis Colverwell to put you in handcuffs and lock you up for everything I've just accused you of in public, in the international arena where everybody's watching me every day that goes by when another offensive person stands in front of me. Okay? And you just put your foot right in your mouth. Your big mouth has caught you out interfering with a commercial lien levy contract. That's the worst thing to do in law. Any law in the world, in Maritime and Admiralty. It's lethal. See? You've got no brains in your head. It's blockhead sawdust. Now, I just want to humiliate you in front of the people because that's what you tried to do with me there, thinking I'm a mental case. This is how you assessed me by first appearance, right? First impressions. My first impressions of you were, he's another arrogant prick standing in front of me, and see how long he lasts. You weren't built to last. Just like Aaron Pascoe, shift him out of the road. It's too hot over here. Yes, it's hot over here. Yeah, if you don't know law, you shouldn't be a police. You should not be a police if you don't know law, and especially the law that I'm been practicing. And I have every legal right to go on that property to check my lands. Okay, it's not your land. It's not the Queen's land. It's not the iwi's land. It's none of your land. Right? You got your instruments on it, your debt instruments, your mortgages and all that, but the mortgage is fraud. Tim, I'm having you up for mortgage fraud. Okay? Because you're hiding the mortgage fraud. Okay? All these things I'm saying on this video to you this morning before I go up to the station to give you your affidavit. Okay? I've already made it out yesterday. It's on Facebook, on with the picture of all you guys there. It's on the bottom. You'll see it there on the picture. Right? And that video, suddenly, it's disappeared. I've been spending all morning looking for it. So I just rip out another one. Right? Just to put you there and see how shifty you are. See? When you start shifting, that's guilty. That's guilty. You're already guilty as charged. Because I'm a prosecutor. I prosecute assholes like you. I can call you all the names in the sun because it's your affidavit that's going to save you. That's you. I said to you on the video that you said for the record. It is on record what I said. Me and you. It's me and you. So I'm having you on now. You have to reply to me. You have to reply to me because if you don't, you're as guilty as the day is tomorrow, and I'm expecting you to get locked up in prison for hiding the crimes, and then I'll take the land because of that. And that's what these old guys are doing in there, the police. I'll be surprised if they're not thinking like me. We got wise heads, as old as we are. And even Dennis said, I'm older than you. I said, oh hell, I'm 65, but I'm just starting. I'm just having a nice start. Me and Jame are going to run all over the hills in Scotland. Okay, we're going to run all over the place on a horse. That's how fit I'll be after all this is out of the road. Okay, I'm just telling you, Tim, you'll be behind bars because of this. Your police are not going to get away with it. I'm going to make sure to save your neck being hung, okay, because I can do that when I come back from England. When I come back from England, I can do that. Because we're going to go around right through the Pacific and clean a lot of your Queen's people out. Because that's why you fellows are doing well. Because you survive on fear that you're going to get caught. Who would want to live like that? Fear of getting caught. And these lands where I am, this one here, well, there's people who watch this video on this top Order Street. This is Jamie Peters. Okay? Now, this one I'll go to. Why? Because 95 have sold it. Why? It's not theirs to sell. They're not the chiefs. They're your chiefs. Tim, they're your white chiefs. They've got a brown face, but they're white inside. With the same mentality as you. Steal it if you can. Well, your stealing days are over. Because I'm here as a private investigator to investigate you lot. Right? I'm here straight up. And if you don't answer within 24 hours, because I've given you fellas enough rope to hang yourselves, and you're making me late to go to my King William party in England. My King William party in England. Right? I'm missing out on my elections. Because you morons are holding me up with that land block. Okay? You've lost it, James. I don't know why you're hanging in there, because it's costing you. You're going to have to pay all that money. Doubled. It's doubled. 2.715 billion doubled. Because of Debbie opening her big mouth too. To save you. You put her up and then you hiding behind the police. You're hiding behind the police, James? Behind Tim. You two little bullies. You're busted. Roasted and busted. Okay? I'm going up there today to make an official complaint over the counter, because I've made my complaint now online, right, about what's happened, about you and your attitude, and no written statement. You're going to have to put it in writing. You're going to have to put everything you said to me in writing. And I want your sovereignty. Where do you get your sovereignty from? And where do you get your authority from over my authority over this area and this land in Auckland? And you better show your titles too, where you came from, your authority, where did you come from, how did you get here, and do you think you're going to be here long? You see, those are all the things. It's up to me to boot you out of here. I'm saying that because I have authority for my chiefs. I have responsibility to my chiefs, and they like the way I talk, just like this. Okay, any indigenous people around the world watching these videos of me having a crack at the police, it's no different to America, Canada, Australia, and Africa, India. It's no different. You still got the same monster, Queen Elizabeth II. She is the monster that is dancing a tune of death. Okay? I'm a monarch in the Pacific, where she says she owns 66 million acres of land, and she's in the EU Parliament. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Tim. You have no sovereignty. It's cut off at Australia, where your lands come from. Right? That's why I stopped Alex Chernoff, the governor of the Victoria State, governor, from using Queen Victoria, because I'm going to England, you moron. I'm going to England to shut down the trust of Queen Victoria Trust and all the George family. Okay? All the King George, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out the door. And only King William IV left out of the Georges. Okay? Because you've corrupted the whole world. And that's why all the wars are. All the wars are using this flag to do it, because this is the only Admiralty flag that can kill anybody and hang anybody and do anything they want. Alright, so I'm going there to England to take it off them. I'm going there with the people, not by myself. I'm going with the people. Right? They can do the job. Right? They'll surround the whole place. The elite is not that many people to get rid of. Okay? So I'm just saying, I'm making you accountable. I'm making the police in Auckland Central accountable. And all the government knows me. The government knows me here. I was in the New Zealand First Party with Winston Peters right back. There are arrogant sods in there. Tuku Morgan, Tauhenere, and all the rest of them. Dover Samuels, the worst little mongrel out in the Labour Party. He's the worst up at Waitangi, up that end, in the Matari Bay. I'll be after him. I'll be up there before long, because all those fellas up there know he's the biggest crook out. The Samuel name, right? Samuel. All those words in Maori that you come across that sound like Maori are actually Pākehā. They're the white side of the Maori brown face. Mind you, there's good white people, but there's bad ones in the middle. It's the bad ones we're getting out. Dennis, I want you to do this for me. Dennis, handcuff this fella. Handcuff him, because he just ruined your police. And if you want to get your image back, you better get rid of him. You better get rid of him and lock him up. I want him locked up. Okay? I want him off the land. Right? I want him off that block of land. That's what I said. I'll put a trespass on him. I've already put a trespass on James Brown and his staff. That's still there. That's why the bill is running. Right? The bill remains. And I just phoned Graeme Aylett up yesterday. He's the private investigator. Him and I talk just like a nice Pākehā. Right? He's a Pākehā. Ex-detective from Scotland Yard. So he's got the mind of a Scotland Yard. Those British don't care stuffed about these pirates from Australia. All the pirates in the government of Wellington are Australian pirates. Okay? And not the British. There's British mixed up here and there. And Judas Collins, you, the Minister of Police, after you and your milk too. Oravita is going to get a big bill. Okay? You corrupted the police system. You and Tolly. You see? You're just shifting sands. Right? Put you in, makes a lot of trouble, go. Your milk company is on the rocks with me. Your milk company and your Chinese husband on the rocks. Because it's you that distorted and corrupted the police. Now we've got Mike Bush in there, won't answer my letters. Now I'm going to ring up Richard Chambers. He's the new area district commander here, took over from Mike Clement. You see, he can't do much because he's not the one that's actually doing the Admiralty mortgage in the fraud. It's Karen Malthus, who's down in the South Island, Tasman. And she's not in this jurisdiction area. You can't legally do that. Now, who's the next one? Tell me who in the police is the next one so I can talk to them. See? You can't. You can't because you haven't got any. It's a lawyer's job. This is a top lawyer's job. You can't get past Utah, Troy and Hickson's. Then who can? You see? They're waiting for me to pay them. And as soon as, that's what I say in this video to the police, I've got all my homework done. I've got all the people in the background ready to pay them. If I can do it myself, as far as I can go, I will. But it'll still have to be finished. You see? I'll do as far as I can legally go. And I'm saying, there's nothing to stop me as a debt collector to go and recover that property. And that's what I'm doing. You stopped me, Tim. That's what I said on the video. For the record, you stopped me from going about my business with my ship of Admiralty on my land to recover debts owed. Simple. Debts owed. And that's what debt collectors and private investigators do. Like Aylett. Aylett's got a license to do the same job. He's supposed to be doing that job, but he wants to get paid first. If I paid him, it'd be all over. I wouldn't have to go through all this trouble. I would be England now. Right? I may be just saving a bit of money myself, but if I can do it, what else can I do? You see? So today, I've done a lot of writing. I've spent a lot of time writing. I'm just, you out of my road now, Tim. I'll just deal with you today, okay? Man to man, when we're sitting down together with nobody else in a quiet room, that's when you fall apart. That's when you start feeling the pinch, okay? Because that's how I like it. I like one by one, not a crowd around. Just you and me. My word against your word, okay? And anybody else in that police department, my word against yours. Aaron Pascoe's got his bill, $1 trillion a day, okay? That's his bill. And everybody attached to him to pay it. Okay? Now you've just added another $1 trillion. That's 2 policemen who've got in the way and broke your laws. Okay? It's easy to see. People are reading into what I'm doing. I'm still here. I'm still here for the last 8 years doing this. And the last right till 2000. Right? 15 years doing this. Okay? So I know a thing or two. I've seen seen people come and go, just like Judith Collins and your police ministers come and go. They just fizzle out. Not good enough. In a Maori government, Tim, for your own brainless head, no one leaves. No one leaves. Okay? We have a private business going on here. It's private. Everything I do is in private. The same as this contract. It's private. None of your business. It's none of your business. So, I'll be glad when this is all over, because I'm doing it for the people, not for me. I'm doing it for the people, because I got turbines to build in the sea. Right? I got plenty things to do. All I needed was to put something in place, then go and do it. So, one more time for you, Tim. I'm going back on that block of land this time. 3rd time lucky. I'm going to seize it. Just like it's been planned. Intent for a long, long time. Over 6 years, I've been planning to seize it. That's how long I took to put this together. And saw all the mongrels come and go. Even the iwi. Brushed them out of my road. Okay? They have nothing on me. That's your people, Tim. Your crooks. Those iwis. Leaders down here. They might look pretty running around and doing things for you. But they're moaning too about Okahu Bay along here. They've lost that too. See? Everything along there they've lost. Because it wasn't theirs in the first place. Same as England. Same as England. They sold it off. It's not the Queen's. It's all German been there and sold a whole lot. It's not even theirs. I'm going there to fix and put it back to England. Right? Scotland's gone back to Scotland. It's all Scotland over there. But England has got a lot of indigenous people in there now. Well, they'll be good, because I reckon they'll go with this lot. Okay? They'll go with this lot. So I'm going to go on a campaign over there for about 7 days, and I'll leave here, and I'll make it go fast. I'll make my way, King William party, go fast. Right? Fast track. Right. I'm going to take this property. This time. Right? This is an announcement to the police. I don't know who's there, other than Tony Geldenhuis, who's holding me up. If he's away for 2 weeks, that's 2 weeks of losing, going to London. To going back for this country. And put the king in place here. Okay? It's already there. They already know there's a king lurking in the background. Not William. Not William. Not that one. No. That's corrupted. William and Kate off the side. They're setting him up to take over King William. Nah. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get that title of King William. No. That's the Hanover. King of Hanover. I'm going there to pick up that title. It's a commercial contract. It's nothing to do with your bloodlines. And you're not, William, Prince William is a Spaniard. His dad, his dad was the trustee, Marcos. They're the trustees of the Queen Victoria Trust, with the Queen as head of state, head of that trust, and the King and Queen of Spain, and Prince Andrew is a 4 trustees. And look at Prince Andrew now. See, he was in America. You see, with American, all the fraud and corruption in America, him, tied up in all that family's business, we're going to seize it. Okay, we're seizing everything here of the Queen's and put it back in the King bench. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I have every legal right to do it, and by myself. Okay, for now. So, to Dennis Colverwell in the Auckland Central Police Station. I'll come down and see you in a minute, and then I'll talk to you to assist me, escort me to the block of land and carry on and finish off what I want to do. I want them people evicted out now. I want you to come and evict Debbie and her staff out of there, and I'll deal with it from there on. Okay? That's all I want you to do for me. And they've got their police. Tim is their police. He's representing the Debbie and those lawyers and the landowners, James Brown and Simon Rowntree. That policeman, Tim DUTHIE, is representing the fraudsters over there. Right? That's his police. Now, Tony Gallagher's, you and Dennis, this gentleman thing, is that you know as much as I do there's a fraud there. You know they're covering it up. You know that. In the front office being separate to theirs at the back. Okay? Now, the law is this. It's been broken, and I want you to put it right. It's only one lane block, but the doubts are in my favour. Okay? The doubts and the information I put in there, of my word, that there's a fraud in there. If they can't refute it, they haven't. There's no need to go to court because there's nothing to prove that it's a fraud. They'll always say it's not. We're not going through that. I'm just plugging one person at a time, and I've ran out of them. Dennis, I'll keep going because I've been through all the ministers in the politics and all that. I've been through the iwis. I've been through it with letters, and they seem to turn a blind eye switch off in here. Okay, they turn it right off, but it's still there. Okay, so I want you, or a policeman, a constable, or your sergeant is better, to come with me. Just come with me to 1/61 Cook Street. Go into the office of Turnaround Holdings Limited, which is one of James Brown's 21 corporations, and ask them to go, to leave forever, and I take the place over. Okay, simple as that. That's the debt collector being nice to you, to use your authority to uphold the law. I'm upholding the law, you see. I'm upholding the law. That's the law. I'm telling you the law is what I say. The law is Admiralty, mortgage. That's what mortgages are, Admiralty. Mortgage is fraud. The mortgage that they have is fraud. And I don't have to prove it. Aylett, Graeme Aylett Investigations Limited is my private investigators, will resolve the matters from there on. When I'm sitting in there, he will come in and take over recovering all of those 21 properties from James Brown, get locked up. That's what I want you to do, lock him up and lock James Brown for breaking the law and perverting the cause of justice and fraud. They're fraud, and I'll pick up the tab, thank you, because that belongs to the British UK government, not here. It belongs to that title, okay? Because I'm put a British, the original deed 339 title back on that land, okay? I put the deed back on, and it won't be sold anymore because it's now back in native land. From then on, you can't use a mortgage anymore after it's been fraud and corrupted. Okay, we're just restoring justice. Dennis, we're restoring justice. If you want to fix up what's happened with the police in this country, if you want to put yourselves in a better profile than what it is now, then you better get this one right, because I'm talking native here, and the natives here are wrong natives. Those are not real natives, the ones in the iwi. Okay? All the iwis in this country, they're going to get the bill. Okay, you get the bill, all of them, because they are the ones that have corrupted the whole native system. Okay, thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Not you. I'll not thank you. I'll thank everybody else, and my mate Dennis, and the policeman there. He's going to come with me. Okay. Okay. So to the people watching these videos, I hope you enjoyed them, and you might be getting something out of it, and especially Indigenous people in the world. It's for you. And unfortunately, nobody can do anything of what I do, because if you touch these documents or anything with a king on it, or his seal, or his stamp, or his flags, and or Moai statue, together with the king or without, then you're in trouble, because the British are in contract with us, and they have a right to go and get you. Okay, and strip you of everything. They're going to strip you of everything, because that's your Queen's side. The Queen is no longer worth trusting with anything, because she's responsible for killing and war, and spending this money from this flag on war to try and get powerful and take over the world. No, we're just going to strip it from her, and no more Queen, no more of that family. Okay, we're going to get rid of the George family, because of the Rothschilds. And their mafia, and the cabals that have corrupted Queen Victoria. So Queen Victoria, everybody following Queen Victoria line is corrupted. You can forget about that. There's only King William left out of that line. He survives, the rest go. When I go to England, they all go. There's going to be a change in King of England, and I'm there as a surrogate, but they'll have their own king to choose from. In the meantime, I'm there standing as the King William. Okay, he has the licenses, he has all the jurisdiction of Admiralty that makes bank loans, and also the Bank of England Acts, and also the printing of money, and the reason to get from A to B around the world, and free passage through the world with this flag. Okay, so that's who I'm talking for as the King of Commerce, the King of the Sea, and King of the King's Bench, Royal Revenue. Okay, King's Royal Revenue in the courts, where the money's picked up by the Queen on behalf of the King, is going to be pulled back and recovered. The military, I know, are having a hard time in England, so this is the only way out, is this way. And I suggest to Nicola Sturgeon to pick another party other than the Tories. Pick the Labour, that's fine. That guy, I forget what his name is, but anyway, he's a quiet looking fella. Pick him. So that's the best I can think of at the moment, and until we're there, we aim to just be a little small party, the Moai King William party, but it is the authority that we're placing in Devonport, in Plymouth, and we'll seize that estate back in Hanover, seize it back into Hanover for the people. So the people watching over there in Devonport, if I get there, you vote for the King William Party, the Moai King William Party, and you'll be well looked after when I get there, because we'll put our courthouse up in Plymouth, and sit opposite the Queen's Council, in the High Court of Admiralty there, and we'll sort it out. We'll sort it all out where the authority comes and get rid of the Queen. She's got to go. And she's gone anyway. She's taken us out. We're going to investigate HM Treasury. That's why I went there in 2012 when Julian N. Falconer, I'm going to have a bone to pick when I get there, and Graeme Aylett knows all that a lot too. So him and Martin N. Cicluna ripped me off a lot of money. And I should have been going then. I'm still fired up with my website or change. So we just renewed it, and it's on the go again. But I can't get near it. I'm hoping that Jame comes up soon and give me a hand, because she knows she should be with me, and we're gonna finish this lot off and get going. We've got a lot of time to catch up. It's the 8th now of April. We should be gotten gone. I'll just go down to see Tamati Reid, and Mano Raro, on the land blocks there. We'll come back again, we'll fly back again to set up the British military there on the riverbed. Okay, not on our land block, not on our Haho A7B block, but on the riverbed. All that Crown land along the riverbed, we'll recover all of that with machines. I'll get all the machines and put them on the side up here on 61 Cook Street. And all the diggers and everything. My boy will sort that out. I think he's interested, and my daughter will do the counts. I think she's interested. She'll come out of university. And got everything flying colours, so she can administer the whole thing, because I'm no good in the office. So she's waiting there quietly until we finish this block off, and then I'll go to England and sort that end out. Alright, and bring the British here. We're coming here and clean your lot out. Okay, that's what I'm saying, Tim. All you pirates, your days are numbered, because you got no information to stand on against Maui and King William. Absolutely nothing. The iwis here have got nothing. Absolutely nothing. You borrowed the hapus, whakapapa titles. I'm going to strip them all off you and put them back in the hapus, up north, everywhere. But particularly up the north, those ones have been following me. And I'm not, I don't take offence to people with Pākehā surnames either, or Maori ones. I'm just saying out aloud that I'm disappointed that the government is using that as a tool weapon to down us. Okay? That's not going to work anymore. They created that, and we'll finish it off. Thank you very much. See you later, and have a nice day. It's beautiful today. There's blue skies, and I've just been waiting to finish this video because it's long, always long, but I hope you like it. And that's our day today. Out there. There, blue skies. It's all blue, always blue, and beautiful, beautiful weather. I really like New Zealand. It's a nice place. See, so you see some little shades of cloud, and there's the moon over there by the tower to the left. Okay, the tower is up the left there. Oh, you can't see it. My thing's not long enough to get there. The tower's to the left. I can't see it. There. Oh, there. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. It's the moon just there. Yeah, so I'll just give you a little look at the sky, and that's to the east that way. So if you have a good look at that cloud, do you think that's a real cloud in Auckland, New Zealand? Do you think those are real clouds, or is a plane being flying past? I haven't seen a plane yet, but I think I'm sure if we get going, if I see a plane up there spraying the skies, we'll be up there. I'm going to get a jet. I'm going to get a jet to track them and follow them. This is what's going to happen. We'll follow them to the airport where they're filling up their junk to kill us, and we'll seize everything on the spot with a marshal. A marshal will turn up. We'll get the helicopters. They fly fast. Right? We can't wait around for one to be built. We're going to buy them and get them up in the jet fighters. We're going to get jet fighters to look after our land. We're going to take it off John Key's government, because they're selling it off to any Tom, Dick and Harry. The TPPA, you get the bill. You've got the bill. Okay, the 970 million trillion pound notes is over this country, and over the Queen, and the Vatican, Church and State, and Obama and his administration, and also the Rothschild banks. Okay, so you can see now that Putin's getting rid of Rothschild banks and just plundering them. Okay, plundering. And the Queen will fall, America will fall. Okay, it'll fall because people have had enough of them. People have had enough of fighting, and that's all they do. That's all they were built for, is going around killing people. That's the Queen. And you, Tim, your people, your Queen that you swear to, is on camera. You've gone and put yourself right in the firing line of Putin. Alright? Thank you. Bye. Now, I'm going to sort this out with Dennis today. Bye. Have a nice day. See ya.